Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Father. I'm Kamchak Fisko, and come join me for the first of the trilogy of Gabriel Knights. Oh good, it just opens.
This scroll looks interesting.
So what the hell does the scroll say?
St. George, patron of the light, who hunts the shadows of the night. Upon my blood I call thee now, purify me, for I avow to set my feet upon thy road, thy sword I take up for mine own.
This must be like... Yeah, what is it called when you bring yourself into an order? When you join an order, that sounds like it's part of the ritual. Initiated, that's the word, thank you, I knew it started with an I. Near
the bed is an elaborate wooden door.
So, can we go through it? Or are we gonna need some kind of fancy key? Oh, okay.
It's locked.
Well, I'm guessing it didn't because there's a chamber pot, so I don't know. I honestly don't even know the layout of this place because Gabriel Knight 2 is the one that takes place in Germany, and you actually get to see a lot more of the mansion, and you get to see, well, not the mansion, but the castle and the more of the town it's near, and it's about werewolves. I know that. I haven't actually played it. I played partway into it, and I kept getting stuck, and this was back in the age where there weren't a whole lot of guides, so I just stopped playing it. So I'll probably play it through again next year for Halloween. I'll actually play the second one, and then I'll play the third one for the year afterward. But I really love the Gabriel Knight series. Okay, so clearly we gotta do something. Alright, so first things first, let's interact with the lady.
So, what do you do when you're not puttering around the castle?
Every day I go to Riddersburg to do the daily shopping and visit my friends.
Riddersburg, is that a legitimate place, Smitzel? I just accidentally screwed up, clicked the wrong icon.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, of course.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Wolfgang is the only one who would know about that.
Okay. I didn't know how based off reality it was, because like New Orleans is a real place. I didn't know if Riddersburg would be.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
What murders?
In New Orleans.
Oh, I have not heard of them.
I'm guessing this castle is fictitious. I don't know if it's based off of a real castle that's near Riddersburg. It might be, I don't know. But obviously, the storyline and the family lineage isn't going to be based off reality.
What can you tell me about
Districts
New
of
Orleans?
Marienburg.
I have never left Germany, Herr Knight. Perhaps someday you will tell me about it.
Do you know anything about snakes?
We do have snakes here in Germany, but I do not know much about them.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I have never heard of such a day.
Alright. She's not
Do
going
you
to know
have
most
any
of this.
idea what Caprice encore means?
That is not in a language I understand. So sorry.
That's fine, I'll expect
Do you know
most of
anything
this.
about Marie Laveau?
That is something Wolfgang would know about, Herr Knight.
Yeah, depending on the geography, because 2 would more accurately reflect this, and 2 was actually live action, which makes me think the castle is real, but it's not the Ritter family, it's something else. It's a different lineage. And it was just used for this. But, Stumpy, if you're still here, I don't want to spoil it for the audience, but the thing we learn out about Gabriel's family at the very end of 3, they almost told you in this, and he stops before he says it. So, what's her name that wrote this? Had planned that to be part of it since the first game. That's not something she made up later. That was in her long-term arc for the storyline for Gabriel. That's actually really fucking cool. Alright, so we Did I spell Marie Laveau? I totally didn't.
Do you know
That is something
No, okay, yeah, no, that's her. Okay.
Do you know anything about a secret voodoo hound fool?
that is something Wolfgang would know about.
I
Herr
imagine
Knight.
a lot of Europe probably has a lot of fucking castles. Used to be the Holy Roman Empire. That was like a lot of chunks of Europe, though, right? That's why so many places have castles.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
That is something Wolfgang would know about, Herr Knight.
A bastard of a bastard language. That's fair. That's English.
Do you know anything about veves?
That is something.
Yeah, she's gonna.
Have
fuck
you
with that
ever
answer
heard
for a lot.
of Dumbala?
That is.
Does the
Yep, I figured.
Do you know
That is.
Okay, now we should. Well, I'm gonna ask
Do you
about this
know-
because it's.
Is that some sort of music? I do not know much about music, but I like the Beatles.
Okay, that's not relevant, but thank you.
Tell me what you know about Schattenjägers.
As Wolfgang may have told you, Schattenjäger means shadow hunter. The Ritter family have always been Schattenjägers. It is a kind of priesthood, though not as restrictive as most.
Were you fucking my uncle? I think she was fucking my uncle.
Tell me what you know about Schattenjägers.
Each Schattenjäger passes on his knowledge to a younger man in the Ritter line when the time is right.
Okay. Yeah, they're technically most, well, with the Catholic Church at least, they're not able to today. Non-denominationals and splinter churches are. I don't know about the denominational churches, though. Some are, some aren't. I don't know. I don't know them well enough.
Tell me what you know about Schattenjägers.
Ritter equals knight.
I'm sure
Interesting.
Wolfgang meant for you to take his place someday as Schattenjäger.
So the fact that our family name literally is Knight is... That's why they renamed him Gabriel Knight. I always thought it was a play on words. It never clicked until you just said that, Sprinklin. I played a chunk of the franchise and that never clicked. Yeah, but kid, a lot of them actually did follow it. A lot of nuns do. It's just... It's a faith thing. Yeah, what does Schloss mean? That just... Because I know there's actual other castles called Schloss such and such. What does Schloss mean? Castle. That actually makes sense. That explains why so many castles are called Schloss. All right, okay.
What can you tell me about those wall panels in the chapel?
The hangings? They describe the Schattenjäger initiation ceremony.
Tell me about Wolfgang.
What would you like to know?
Where do you think Wolfgang went?
Would be Castle Knight. That makes sense.
I don't know, but I have a feeling he has gone off to go be Schattenjäger again. He is too old for such chasing around. His heart is very weak. He has not left this castle for 5 years, and now this.
I'll find him.
Do you know when he'll be back?
I only pray he will be back. Before he left, he said Schloss Ritter now belongs to Gabriel. It worried me so to hear him say that. I'm afraid Wolfgang knew he would never return.
What is Wolfgang like?
Wolfgang is a truly wise and good man, the best I have ever known, but his life has been so full of disappointments.
What kind of disappointments?
His only son died in infancy, so there was no one to carry on the family line, and the family's financial troubles have been hard on him.
Great,
Wolfgang
Arthur.
wanted
As poor
to
as
do
we are.
so much for the world, but it was all he could do just to hold on to Schloss Ritter. He has not left his mark as he wished to.
Yeah, I never trust Google to translate. I'll actually use an actual language site to translate.
What is your relationship with Wolfgang?
Herr Knight, my relationship with your uncle is really none of your business.
She was banging
You're
him.
right, Gerda. I apologize. Forget I asked.
She was banging him.
Can you show me Wolfgang's library?
That's why she's so worried.
How do you know about his library?
When we talked on the phone, he said he was going to do some research in his library. I thought maybe if I saw what he was researching.
Ah, yeah. A good idea, Herr Knight, but I'm afraid I cannot show you the library. You see, I have never been in it. Only a Schattenjäger can enter the library.
I see.
Hmm. Yeah, that I know. I know ja means yes.
Just tell me anything.
Wolfgang has dedicated his entire life to the role of Schattenjäger.
Gabriel will be the last person to judge her. He slept with everybody.
Just tell me anything.
He has not had a very happy life, but I have done my best to provide him with a little comfort.
Considering he was a Schattenjäger from a dejected lineage of a offshoot of the main lineage, yeah, especially with the financial troubles of the castle, it sounds like he had the short end of the stick, and our grandfather put us down a path that cursed our lineage, and apparently his as well.
Just tell me anything.
He thought he was the last of the Ritter line until he found out about you.
Just tell me anything.
He knows the history of the Ritter family for many centuries past.
Yeah, he was saying only back to the 13th century. No spoiler, Stumpy, but we know it goes further back than that.
Just tell me anything.
He's a good man, a strong man. I am fond of him.
Gabriel just met her. He hasn't slept with her, but he has slept with a lot of women. A big dog that talks would be an accurate description for Gabriel.
Just tell me anything.
Wolfgang has dedicated his entire life to the role of Schattenjäger.
Makes sense.
Oh, nothing, never mind.
As you like, Herr Knight.
Tell me about the Schattenjäger initiation ceremony.
Each young man of the Ritter line must go through the ceremony when he dedicates himself to be a Schattenjäger.
But what does the ceremony do?
I do not know, Herr Knight. The only people present are the old Schattenjäger and the new. But I think it must be similar to a priest's ordination or a wedding, a ceremony of intent and oath.
You.
Is there a problem, Herr Knight?
You said wedding. I'm okay now.
God damn it, Gabriel.
Is there anything else you can tell me about that initiation ceremony?
I really do not know any more about it.
We're gonna have to
Knight.
fumble through it on our own, because he's not even here to walk us through it.
Tell me something about the Ritter family.
I can tell you what they say in the village, what I heard when I was small. To the villagers, the Ritters are a little, how do you say, tragic, to be pitied. They say that the Ritters were chosen by God to fight evil, but something happened. One of them was cursed, and so the Ritters lost the way. They struggle still, but like a lame dog, you see? Without the power or magic they once had.
That's why we're here to try to fix that.
Tell me something about the Ritter family.
There are legends of how powerful the family once was, of some of their mighty deeds, of the richness of the castle, and in turn, Rittersburg itself. But at the end of the 17th century, that all changed. Since then, the Ritters and Rittersburg have been in decline.
So according to the logic of this, if we can restore our family's honor and correct the curse and find the talisman, we will not necessarily come into wealth, but we'll come into prosperity, and so will the town.
Tell me something about the Ritter family.
It is a troubled family, Herr Knight. That much I know.
Okay, so that's the loop.
Tell me something about Schloss Ritter.
Schloss Ritter has stood for many centuries, no one knows how long. It was once the pride of Bavaria, but now it is in disrepair. Wolfgang received offers to open the castle for tourists. He has resisted though, even though the castle is in desperate need of repairs. To him, this ground is sacred.
Tell me something about Schloss Ritter.
The castle has many rooms and passages, Herr Knight. Most have been closed off and are decaying in the dark and damp. Only a few rooms have been kept up due to the cost.
Didn't Wolfgang mention
I'd
the
imagine.
library?
There is a library, but I've never been in it. There are places in the castle where only the master is allowed to go.
Tell me something about Schloss Ritter.
Schloss Ritter is the center from which the Schattenjägers have always gone out to battle the forces of evil.
Alright, so that's the loop.
Tell me something about yourself.
I
Hey,
was
Oscar,
born
how
in
you doing?
Petersburg, the village below the castle.
Tell me something about yourself.
I'm not well traveled, but Wolfgang has been kind and has tutored me in many subjects. It was from him I learned to speak English. He must have sensed you were coming here tonight and that you would have need of me.
Yeah, he did.
Tell me something about yourself.
I'm very devoted to my position here with Wolfgang.
Tell me something about yourself.
I love Rittersberg. No place on earth could be as beautiful.
Tell me something about yourself.
I was born in Rittersberg, the village below the castle.
So I guess that would be the question. Is there a castle right near Rittersburg? Because that might be the actual location it's based off of.
Tell me something about yourself.
I'm not well traveled. He must have...
That's the loop. Alright, so that's all she could tell us, but now we know about a ritual, question mark? So we should be able to go over and start working on it, which I'm guessing is the panels.
According to Gerda, the panels outline the Schattenjäger's initiation ceremony. The first panel shows hands and water. The second panel shows hair and a knife.
So we have to wash our hands, cut a lock of hair off.
The third panel shows a chalice on a table with ocean waves in the background.
A chalice with salt water? An ocean? I don't know. Alright, let's figure this out. So we have snow here. Did I pick up the...
There's
Nope,
nothing
stop.
that
There we
Gabriel...
go. Alright, so obviously we're going to be using this as our ritual bowl.
Putting
Put this
snow
in
in
the
the
chamber
chamber
pot,
pot would
Well,
not...
I can't grab the snow.
If I took the snow, it would just melt.
Yeah, what do I put it in? Because clearly I need to put the snow in something to melt in the water, yes?
Putting snow in the...
I wouldn't...
Why burn?
Okay, so we're going to need some kind of container, then. I thought it would be the chamber pot. I was wrong. Humbucker Schloss, Humbucker Castle. Okay. That might be the one it's based off of. Oh, whoa. I see it now. I just saw it. There's something underneath the chair next door.
Yeah.
Alright. My bad. Alright.
Gab...
Stop that. Step away. Grab whatever the hell's under the chair. Yep. Pixels, help me here.
Is that a shaker of salt?
Yeah, salt.
Mind if I take it?
No?
Thanks.
Salt water? Okay. Alright, so do I put the salt in the bowl?
That's an interesting thought. But there would be less chance of spilling the salt if Gabriel put the chamber pot down first.
Clearly I have to use the chamber pot as the chalice, but do I need to, like, wash my hands first? Oh, I literally just
Of the
interacted.
first chapel panel, Gabriel washes his hands in the snow.
Never mind, I literally just wash my hands. That's all I do. Alright, so where were the scissors we picked up?
Thinking of the second chapel panel, Gabriel cuts his hair.
I hate this. There, that's plenty.
Yeah, we did the shave part now, so to speak. Now, yeah, saltwater, bloodletting. Yeah, I specifically focused on the first 3 steps because I remembered them being upstairs. I think the rest are down here. I could be wrong. Go into the chapel. What are you doing? Okay.
My personal thanks to each and every one of you for tuning in. You all are awesome viewers. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. It means a lot to me, and I do hope you enjoy it. You all take care of yourselves. If you want to see more of me, come to the video on the list, or stay tuned for more. Feel free to leave a comment below, and please remember to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. In the meantime, fare thee well, everyone.